Hi, I'm Kelly Timmerman, nutritionist and creator of the Win the Food Fight program. Welcome. In this short video, I'm going to give you an introduction to the program and show you where you're headed. By the end, I think you'll be super excited to get started. So with that, let's go. Let's begin by imagining you feel your best. You feel energetic, you feel confident, you feel good in your clothes. You just feel healthy. That's where we're headed in my program. You see, it's simple. You will feel great. You're going to get your body back. It's geared towards busy people. It's healthy, totally based on science, and it's doable for life. Let's begin by imagining two scenarios of a typical day. Here's the first one. Let's say you wake up and you hit the snooze alarm 4, 5, 6 times because you're too tired to get out of bed. You roll out of bed and you're in a hurry, so maybe you grab coffee and whatever's available quickly, like a Pop-Tart, and head out the door. And maybe when you get to work or wherever you're going, it feels like this. You're super stressed and super busy. Thankfully, somebody brought donuts, right? Because donuts always make everything better. You get that sugar rush and then of course the sugar crash. Lunch might look like this. You might hit the drive-thru because you're not prepared and that's all you have time for. Dinner might feel like this. You're scrambling, trying to get dinner together, while juggling a whole bunch of other things, including maybe family. It's stressful. Or maybe you didn't even have time to get home. So maybe it's pizza because you're running around. And maybe at the end of the day, you fall in bed exhausted, and the next morning the cycle repeats itself. Can you relate to any one of these things? Because I know I could. Now I'd like you to picture this scenario. Let's say you wake up and you feel rested. Breakfast is so much better because it's partially planned. You know what you're eating and it's partially even prepared so you can enjoy it. Lunch is easy too because you've brought your own, or when you go out to eat, you know exactly what to order to stay healthy. And snacks are easy because you've brought them with you. They're easy grab and go, and your fridge has a bunch of healthy snacks readily prepared. And dinner is either ready, it's partially prepared, or at the very least it's planned. So then you're able to enjoy the evening. Doesn't this sound a whole lot better? This is where we're headed. And here's my story. See, I used to be a super mom. Well, I still am a super mom, super wife, but I tried to do it all. I had a busy job. I was an actuary and I loved it, but I worked a lot. I ran myself ragged, and I was literally a master juggler, and I put myself last and everybody else first, and my health suffered. I had no energy. I was definitely addicted to sugar and Diet Coke. That's what would give me those bursts of energy. Then I'd crash and then I'd do it all over again. I never felt happy with how I looked in my clothes. I was constantly on and off whatever quick fad diet was available. And often I tried to outrun my fork, and I thought, oh, I'll just exercise harder to make it all work. Until one day, everything came crashing down. That's when I was diagnosed with colon cancer. Thankfully, and by the grace of God, I made it. But I was really sick with a lot of complications. I was in the hospital 22 days straight. I was fed through a tube for months. And finally, months later, when I was able to get back to work only part-time, it wasn't even 5 months, and I was diagnosed with breast cancer. That meant chemo, radiation, double mastectomy, a hysterectomy, all before I was 40. So as you can see, there is no reason I should be here, none. And that literally brought me to my knees, and that's what it took to get me to value my health. And I was determined to be healthy, to be here for my kids, to be here for my husband, and to figure it out. That's how Win the Food Fight was born. It's based on a mission to be healthy. You see, after I got through my treatments, well-meaning people were coming out of the woodwork telling me what to eat and what not to eat. And I felt like everything was, don't eat this, don't eat that, don't eat anything with gluten, don't eat any MSG, or don't eat this chemical, or don't eat hormones in this. And I truly felt like there was nothing left to eat. And the alternative were quick fix diets, which I knew were not healthy and didn't work. So I was determined to figure out there's got to be a way to be healthy, to feel good about myself. I had no metabolism, so I was gaining weight. That's what happens when you go through chemo and cancer. I knew there was a way to feel good about myself, to be healthy in a balanced, simple way. And I was determined to figure it out. That's how Win the Food Fight was born. This is my amazing husband, Mark. And when I was going through chemo with breast cancer, there was a time when we were fed for over a year by family, friends, church. It was wonderful, but that meant spaghetti, lasagna, brownies, all these amazing foods coming through the door, and I was too sick to eat. Mark had a lot of stress on his hands with 2 little kids and a very sick wife. He ate for 3 or 4 people and gained quite a bit of weight. And the funny thing is, he's very stubborn. Even as I was building this amazing, successful business and people were having this awesome success, he was determined to do it his own way. So he would try the next whatever fitness challenge, and he would always do okay for a short time and gain it all back. Nothing seemed to stick. So finally, a few years ago, he agreed to do my program, and check this out. This is Mark. After 4 months, he lost 50 pounds. He looked amazing. And here's the kicker, and I think the most powerful part of the program. He still looks great today, and it's been over 3 years. He's maintained, he's healthy, and even our teenagers who saw Dad following the program, because when Dad does it, it's cool, and Dad showed him it was simple and good, my kids got on board. It completely changed our family. In this picture, you can see we lost 100 pounds together. In the top picture, my daughter Sarah and my husband Mark are doing food prep on Sunday night, and that's just become part of our family routine. And in the bottom picture, the 4 of us, there's my son Colin, my daughter Sarah, Mark, and I. We went on an amazing celebration trip a couple years ago to celebrate me being cancer-free for 10 years. And we did hiking and biking and this amazing active vacation that we never would have been able to do had we not gotten healthy and lost the weight. So it's completely changed our lives. And in March of 2014, that's when I did a few tweaks to my program. That's the year that Mark joined the program. We ended up getting all this publicity and landed on CNN headline news. They did a feature on my cancer story and how that led to developing the program and Mark's amazing transformation and the cool stuff going on in the community because of it. So as you can imagine, it's exploded. And here are some results for you from that year. One of my classes, I had 100 people. That first week, 58 people came to weigh in, and in total, they lost 368 pounds together in 1 week. That's about a 6-pound average, which is pretty consistent because the first week of my program totally rocks. And after about 4 weeks, the average is about 11 to 12 pounds. So the program, the results are amazing. This is a picture of a corporate office that I trained, and I do a lot of corporate programs now. And as you can imagine, these are nurses, and they are very near and dear to my heart with everything I've been through. I've had the care of a lot of nurses. So it was my pleasure to help them. And in just 21 days, this group of 14 nurses lost 123 pounds and 103 inches. This is my neighbor, Abby. Love this girl. She always wanted to grow up and be in beauty pageants. And her mom was a nurse, and so she knew health. They just couldn't quite get Abby's food figured out. So after working with me in my program for a short period of time, they figured it out, and this is Abby. When she graduated in high school, she was Iowa's National American Miss. And the cool thing is, she traveled the state and taught young girls how to eat healthy, just as she has learned to eat healthy. It was really cool. And this is the Drake University women's basketball team. They also are eating the program. Eating as I teach in my program. It's the same for everybody. Whether you're an athlete, whether you're sedentary, whether you're young, whether you're older, it doesn't matter. It's the same healthy, science-based foundation. This group of women totally rocked it. By following the program, and you can even do it in college because it's simple, They tied for the best season in the history of their women's basketball program this year. They're amazing. More agility, more endurance. It totally showed, and I'm so proud of this group of women. One of them's even an All-American. They're just great girls. There are 3 key things that I bring from my cancer journey into this program that I truly believe in. Number 1, none of us is as good as all of us. We are a community, and the community we have built is so powerful. It doesn't matter if you're local or you're long distance. Our Facebook group is one of the best parts. In that Facebook group, we all connect, and we have hundreds of people helping each other and sharing recipes and supporting each other. It's fabulous. Number 2, you're stronger than you think. As I look back, I was introverted. I was a number cruncher. And you can tell I sound like I'm 10, right? Now look, it's through all that adversity and being determined, I now speak in front of audiences all sizes. I think my largest is 4,000 people, and it doesn't even bother me. That's what working hard and making it through adversity can do for you. Dream big. You can do this. And number 3, your life is a gift. Make it count. Above all, I want you to value your life and your health. If diamonds were as plentiful as sand, they wouldn't be worth anything, right? It's the rarity that makes a diamond so valuable. It's the same with every day. You have every day as a gift. Make it count. And in order to do that, you have got to take care of yourself. You've got to be healthy. So, are you excited and ready to get started? Because we are super excited to have you, and we can't wait to help you. We'll see you soon.